There is no doubt that Benjamin is one of the best heroes in Bloons TD6, and he's just been given a massive buff in the latest update, which makes him even more insane. One of the things that makes him great is the fact that he gives you money at the end of each round, and that money has been drastically increased. All the way up to level 17, giving you $5,000 when he used to only give you $800 per round. So I asked the question, can Benjamin make us enough money that we can beat Muddy Puddles on Impoppable without any other farming methods? Now, even with extra farms, Impoppable on this expert map can be tough, but I want to think that Benjamin's extra money increase is enough that this is just going to get out of hand and we won't ever need money again. So I'm going to use a strat that I kind of use sometimes on Impoppable when I'm doing the collection events or just want to feel good about myself and beat these harder maps. And basically it's going to be heavy sub usage. As you can see, he's kind of going to go around the entire track. So we just need to have enough dart monkeys to see our range. And then we have to get everything like buffed up right in time. Otherwise you just lose to one crazy balloon. That's just how this game rolls on these impossible maps like this. But I'm super curious because normally I would get 4 farms and then I'd sell them for a Monkeyopolis. And then I get the top path 4th tier farms and it turns into this massive money making scheme. And I have the bottom path plane and a sub commander and a spike factory and all this crazy stuff. But if this new buff is worthwhile, Benjamin should make us thousands of dollars, enough not only to offset what we lose on Impoppable because all the prices are inflated, but it should also be enough to make us that extra money just so we can get through this kind of easily. Now it's never easy, but it might be easier. I think that's what I'm trying to get at here. And before we get too far in, don't forget to use creator support code Dabloon in the Ninja Kiwi store for purchasing any monkey knowledge, monkey money, or even the brand new accolades. And I don't know where the best spot for this bin would be, probably here, because this is like my weakest point I always notice on this. And going for bin that early might be a little bit risky, but I just need the money as fast as we can because we're already getting 120. Ooh, 120? Oh, he got lowered too, right? Didn't he get like nerfed and buffed at the exact same time? Now this is where things get tricky. You have to wait for those pinks to come out and then blast the ability and hope it's enough because we don't have enough for, because normally I'd have enough, but he went from 150 per round to only 120 per round. So now the next step is to get airburst darts if we can, but this gets a little tricky right here. Might have to like throw down a sniper or something or run out of some spikes. Are we good? We're good. We had just enough spikes to get through that. That's what I like to see. Because Ben's ability is good, his first ability, but it's a gamble too. Because if you use it at the wrong time, you're just left with nothing. And those little signs above your head, next thing you know, you just lost the game. So now we need some camo because that's going to be the next thing to come after us. And there we go. Now the next thing I want is lead. Now, normally I'd go with like a sniper, but I think a druid would be a solid play here too. And since I'm not going to have this like crazy Monkeyopolis farm that I normally would put like a village here and a village here, double discount him, get this guy to like a MIB, all this kind of stuff, we're just going to try to roll with it. We already have 50, I say already, he costs $12.95, so having $1,500 is kind of a joke. So I'm wondering if we'll even have enough to have a sub commander buy 63, or if we're just going to just kind of womp through this whole thing and just get wrecked on. Now the thing with this is that Benjamin's buff only works in the later rounds. So at level 8, he's just normal at $250 per round, but then at level 11 is where we're going to get a $700 per round increase. But how close are we even to that? Oh my goodness. So we don't even see anything for a few dozen more rounds before it actually matters. So that's going to be kind of difficult. So the earlier rounds are still going to be kind of tough. It's like we're playing on chimps mode because we're getting like a basic offset. So $4,500 isn't the most in the world. So I'm wondering if we can even get sub commander before that. Hopefully we can. But then things really start to ramp up at level 15, which is way down the line, but you're getting an extra $2,000 per round. So in 10 rounds, you made 20 grand. You could almost buy like half of a top path sniper. That could help out. But one thing I do need to do is get this one to like more here, because sometimes like a pesky camo will get through and we don't have any defense for that. So if that happens, we're good to go there. But so far, I'm really happy with him just how he is normally. He's already made us $6,700, which you could say is a completely free alchemist here to help us out. Plus we do have that little boost of juice if we need it, if things start to get a little hairy. And like I said, I don't think on chimps mode we would have as much as we do right now. Ben's made us money. Even if we paid for him, he still makes us money. That's how that works. But on Impoppable, what I'm getting at is everything costs a little bit more too. So everything that we've purchased has cost like what, 10%, 15% more, something like that. And so that might have made up for that 7,000. I doubt it. But I know that my sub commander's 30,000 instead of being, I think, 25 or 27. That's a few chunks of money right there that we have to offset. Okay, 55's looking a little scary. We're almost a sub. Okay, there we go. It's that last rush, and on the 4th one right here, it just gets a little out of hand, but we have sub commander. I don't think anything's going to stop us now. Now what I want to do is go with the Spirit of the Forest. I think that he's always a solid play. And if Sub Commander can take everything down like he's doing, Spirit will clean it up. I'm a little worried about DDTs, but that's another 33 rounds from now. So I think we have enough to get Jungle's Bounty, Spirit at way higher cost than it should be. Impoppable mode should just be called Modern United States of America because that's how it feels right now. Everything's just like way higher than it should be. Oh my gosh, are we not gonna be able to do this? Oh, no. Okay, are we good? Okay, that was last second kind of worrisome right there. Now, level 11 still says income increase to 300 per round, but it's supposed to be 1,000 now with this new update. So I'm hoping that it's just wrong. So 17,879, so it should be around 18,000, well over 18,000. There we go. So it is 1,000. The info is just wrong. Now, the next one we're going to be looking out for is level 15, which is an extra $1,500 on top of that. So we are making the big bucks and I like it. Like we're making a lot of money actually. Like, this is a good chunk. I feel like by the end of round 100, we're going to have what? At least 100 grand, 200 grand with just this guy. This is getting a little scary though. We need this guy quicker than normal because we don't really have a good way of popping Camelot. It's all just up in the air with this one, hoping that the Alchemist does his job, which we know, not always the case. But I really like this buff. It makes sense. At the end game with Ben, like he's not the best. He's just there for the beginning and then you sell him because you make less money because now you're Trojaning all like the big BFBs you normally would have popped open and got all that money for. And so this is making him just unbreakably awesome. Like way too overpowered to be honest, because now you can just, I think you can solo farm with it. If you can beat an impoppable map like this on an expert level, I don't see why this shouldn't be just like the laziest way to play. Granted, we only have $26,000 farm so far when normally by now we'd have over 150 or 200. We could probably sell everything and just buy a flying fortress at this point. That's what I normally do, but this still feels good. But just because my head's getting so big and we're making a lot of money or a good chunk of money at this time does not mean we're in the clear. Like I said, I normally have the big bucks, so I have big towers. So we're going to have to work with what we got. We're going to start making a lot more money here. This says increase income to 500 per round, which it's not. It's going to be 2,500. So technically, wouldn't it be better to start buying this up on your own? Because that's going to take what, 2 more? Let's see what the end of this round does for as far as experience goes. Because wouldn't it be, if it takes like 3 rounds to make your money back, no, definitely not. Definitely not worth it. Now it would be because look it, if we buy this for 1,100, we're going to make 2,500 at the end of the round. So that's actually worth it by like 400 bucks or so if you account for, you know, paying $1,100. So I like that one. That's good. Now what I need to do is an MIB for my sub because I think he's going to be like our main popping, which is kind of scary. So let's just do what we can with it. And a wiser man would have made some discount villages so we could buy more of these ones too to have his buddies help. I like to have at least like a couple of these ones, right? And just to double check to make sure everything's gravy, we're at 35.5, so it should be at 37, 38,000, over 38,000 by the time we end 79. Oh, there we go. It's working. It's working. The info is wrong, but it is not. It is working great, and I love it. I'm going to get one more for good measure, in range of the village, of course. So now we have 3 buddies and a sub commander. That's pretty strong. I'm going to actually up these ones a little bit too so they can have that better range. There we go. Now, this doesn't mean we can take everything down. I would still like something like, I don't know, an ice up here like Icicle and Pale or a couple of the glue gunners, but then I'd have to get a separate village up there on each of them. That's just, I don't think that's worth it for me. So we should do something like, what's this middle one called? Carpet of Spikes would be really solid too. And since we're making like tough money, because okay, here we go again. We're about to make $800 to $5,000. So we're gonna make 2,500 more on top of that. That's insane. Now we're making top money and he's made $56,000 so far and he's going to make 5 grand on top of that, 61,000. This is wild. This is a really good farming method and I'm going to take it to the bank because I really like this. Part of me wants to get this instead and then buy the other one, but then that could be like a bad play. So let's buy this first all the way up to here. There we go. Dude, that's pretty good. I'm pretty excited right now. And there was no like overthinking done. You just use Benjamin's money and this is where it gets ramped up anyway. Now we have the funds to take care of it. I'm probably just going to get a permanent brew and call it a day. Here's round 95. I was a little worried about DDTs, but with Carpet of Spikes, I forgot I have an ability too, so if I need to, but we haven't seen any DDTs yet. Oh, barely. I mean, I could just go like that too and just eat some more up even. And then the money we're making is just insane. I'm doing it. Why not, right? Just have this guy. He's going to be great. And then I think we can buy 1 sub per round with that 5,000 cash we're making. We can go all the way up to here. Oh my goodness. Let's just do it, guys. Let's do it. So here's 98, which could be tough, but I don't think it will be. I ran out of room with my subs, so I guess we're done. I mean, what else do we do? Oh, we should have first strike. Let's first strike real quick, just in case. Like, we don't want to have any problems. But I don't think we will have problems because we can just go like that. Oh my gosh, we're going to take it down, no problem. That's cool. But just in case, let's first strike because we can. And we just took down Impoppable with 1 Benjamin as our farm. What did we end up with? $133,000. For a $1,295 investment, that is a steal, and Ben is still the best. They have made Ben better. He's been the best, and now Ben is the better than the best. I love it. And if you haven't yet, check out this video. We only have 1 tower to beat round 126. Is it even possible?